Okay, so let's jump right in. I was really struck by something thinking about today's topic. Remember back in March 2016, Tesla, still mostly seen as this luxury EV maker,
Right,
right?
high-end stuff.
Yeah. And then they dropped the Model 3. And it wasn't just, another car.
No, this was positioned differently.
Exactly. This was meant to be the car that took electric to the mass market, priced around $35,000 after credits. The whole idea was to shake up the auto industry, prove you could mass produce green cars and make money.
And the hype was just enormous.
Incredible. We're talking 500,000 pre-orders, over 100,000 before they even showed the car.
Wow. So why? What was the hook?
Well, at that specific moment, there really wasn't any direct competition, an all-electric sedan near that price, but still with that Tesla luxury feel.
That's a unique spot to be in.
Totally. They poured nearly $1 billion into that first gigafactory, aiming for, like, 5,000 vehicles a week.
Ambitious. Did it work?
It sure seemed to. By 2018, the Model 3 was the best-selling luxury vehicle in the U.S.
Even with EVs being a small slice of the overall pie back then.
Right. And Musk himself said, their real competition wasn't other electric cars. It was the enormous flood of gasoline cars coming out daily. He was even talking about a $25,000 car down the line.
So aiming big picture.
Definitely. And it brings us to a core point. Behind any great brand, there's usually a great product. Tesla's story really highlights how focusing relentlessly on innovation, on performance, can just reshape everything. So what does all this mean for you? Whether you're buying, I don't know, a car or just a simple toothbrush?
How do they connect?
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into designing and managing products. We're pulling insights from that classic textbook, Marketing Management by Kotler, Keller, and Chernev.
A cornerstone text.
Absolutely. Our mission here is to unpack how companies actually create market value. From that first spark of an idea for a product, all the way through its life, and even the promises they attach to it.
The whole journey.
Exactly. And you're going to get a shortcut to understanding the key concepts, maybe some surprising facts, and see how it all connects to the real world. Theory to practice, but, without your head spinning.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's start with the foundation. Product differentiation. Basically, success in the market doesn't matter if you're a tech giant or the corner bakery. It hinges on this.
Making yourself different.
Right. It's about crafting this distinctive aura, something that sets your product apart from the competition.
And it's not just for fancy stuff, right?
Not at all. You can differentiate even things you'd think are commodities, like chicken, aspirin, steel. Think Purdue chicken, or Bayer aspirin, or Tata Steel in India. They've all carved out unique identities.
Or Procter & Gamble with detergents.
Good example. They have Tide, Cheer, Gain, multiple brands. Each feels different. Shows how powerful differentiation can be, even when things seem crowded.
So how do companies actually do that? What levers do they pull?
That's where the specific attributes come in.
Okay, yeah. Let's break that down. First off, there's the core functionality. The product just has to deliver its basic promise.
Table stakes.
Exactly. Look at a Nokia. Dominated cell phones for 14 years, right?
Yeah.
Spent $40 billion on R&D.
Huge amount.
But they missed the boat on the core innovation of the iPhone. That intuitive interface, the whole connected ecosystem.
Roach.
Yeah. Nokia got stuck being seen as, like, old tech, even though they were smartphone pioneers. They just missed the most important attribute for users at that time. Fatal.
Wow. Okay, so core function first. What else?
Then you've got features. These are the extras, the supplementary options.
Yeah.
But companies need to be careful here. Avoid feature fatigue.
Ah, yes. That feeling when your new gadget has 50 buttons you'll never touch.
Precisely. Apple, for example, really drew people in with a simple, intuitive interface, not a million confusing options.
Makes sense.
Then there's performance quality. This is about how well the main characteristics actually work.
Like how fast the car goes or how clean the detergent gets clothes.
Exactly. Mercedes-Benz had a period where their quality image slipped. They turned it around by seriously reorganizing, rigorously testing designs. They cut flaws by something like 72%.
That's huge, and probably saved them a fortune.
Cut their warranty costs by 25%. So yeah, it pays off. Contrast that with companies like Kodak or Commodore, who didn't keep improving performance.
Okay, so performance quality, is that different from, like, consistency?
It is. That's conformance quality. It's about making sure all the units produced are identical and meet the specs.
So if Porsche says the 911 hits 60 in 10 seconds, every single one should do that.
That's the idea. High conformance quality. SAB Miller, the brewing company, actually found women were better testers for beer flavor consistency because they were more sensitive to certain notes.
Interesting. Okay, what else?
Durability and reliability. Durability is how long it's expected to last. Reliability is the chance it won't break down.
Ah, the Maytag Lonely Repairman ads.
Perfect example, all about reliability.
Okay, so we've got function, features, performance, conformance, durability, reliability. Seems pretty comprehensive.
Almost there. We also have form and style. Form is the physical structure, like aspirin coming in tablets, capsules, powders.
Right.
And style is the look and feel. Think a Jaguar car, an Apple product, Godiva chocolates, a Harley-Davidson bike. Style creates distinctiveness it's hard to copy.
But stylish doesn't always mean top performance, right?
Doesn't always, no. But it definitely grabs attention. And finally, a really big one today, customization.
Letting people make it their own.
Exactly. Companies like Zazzle, Nike lets you design your own sneakers, M&M's let you put faces on candy, Pottery Barn Kids, Burberry. Consumers really demand this flexibility now.
It's amazing how many different angles there are to make a product stand out, from, like you said, a chicken to a custom coat. So if a company really wants to capture your attention, how do they weave all these attributes together into something coherent, something that just works?
Well, that's where design really comes into play.
Yeah. Ugh, design.
It's such a powerful differentiator, isn't it? It's more than just how something looks. Much more. It's really the totality of features, how you perceive the product's look, feel, and function. It hits you on both the rational level and the emotional level.
Absolutely. And in today's world, which is so visual, design is critical for communicating brand meaning, positioning.
Like Virginia Postrel said, in a crowded marketplace, aesthetics is often the only way to make a product stand out. You see that with Tesla, right? The environmental aspect is key, but they also look clean, futuristic, appealing.
That emotional pull of design is huge. Boeing, for instance, with the 787 Dreamliner, they designed the interior to feel roomier. Raised center bins, arched ceilings, subtle stuff.
So passengers just felt more comfortable without maybe even knowing why.
Exactly. And design is really elevating categories that used to be pretty, well, homely. Think Herman Miller office chairs.
Or those high-end Viking kitchen ranges.
Or Kohler fixtures. Suddenly, these functional items become design statements.
And you see certain countries known for design excellence, too. Definitely. Italy for fashion, furniture. Scandinavia for that blend of function, aesthetics, and often environmental consciousness, like Marimekko fabrics using safe technique.
For Fiskars tools.
Right. And the UK gave us Dyson, turning vacuums and fans into high-design objects. It really shows how global design is and how it links to sustainability.
So how do companies approach design? Is it always super scientific?
Not always.
Yeah.
There are different ways. Some use very structured processes like design thinking. That's really data-driven.
How does that work?
It involves deep observation, like ethnographic studies, watching how people actually use things, then brainstorming ideas, prototyping, implementing, really trying to understand user needs first. Whirlpool used this for their KitchenAid Architect line, giving it a harmonized look.
Okay, data-driven. What's the alternative?
Well, some companies, like Bang & Olufsen, the Danish audio company, are more instinct-driven. They trust a small group of designers, rarely consult consumers directly.
Really? Does that work?
For them, it does. They create these timeless, long-lasting products. Some are even in MoMA's collection. It's a different philosophy.
Trusting the artist's vision.
Sort of. Then there's universal design and incremental improvement. Think OXO Good Grips.
Ah, yeah, the kitchen gadgets. The peeler.
Exactly. They focus on small, frustration-relieving improvements that make products easier and more pleasant for everyone to use. That salad spinner, those storage containers.
Simple genius sometimes.
It really is. And look at Samsung. They have a whole philosophy, Design 3.0. Slogan is, make it meaningful. Aiming for simple, intuitive, engaging products. They even have global design centers to make sure things resonate culturally.
So whether it's data or instinct or just smart little tweaks, design is clearly fundamental.
Absolutely core to success.
But here's the thing. Most products don't exist in isolation, right? They're part of a bigger picture for the company. They fit into product portfolios and product lines.
Right, part of a larger strategy.
So a product portfolio is basically everything a company offers. All the products and items.
Like Apple's whole ecosystem around the iPhone, headphones, cases, chargers.
No, Michelin, they have tires, sure, but also maps and even those famous restaurant guides.
All part of the Michelin portfolio.
And this portfolio has different dimensions. There's width, how many different product lines, length, the total number of items, depth, how many versions of each product, and consistency, how related the lines are.
P&G is a classic example here, managing that huge portfolio of consumer goods across all those dimensions.
Okay, so that's the big picture portfolio. What about product lines?
Product lines are groups of related products within the portfolio. They often share technology, are sold to similar customers, or fall within the same price range. Think cars built on the same platform.
Or different models of homes from the same builder?
Exactly. And if you're managing a product line, you need to know the sales and profits for each item and its market profile, who's buying it.
Because not every item pulls the same weight, right?
Not at all. Different items can have very different margins. A supermarket might make barely anything on bread, but do really well on, say, flours or prepared foods.
So how do managers keep track and make decisions?
One tool is a product map.
Mm.
Imagine plotting items based on key attributes like paperweight versus finish quality for a paper company.
Ah, so you can see where your products land.
Right. And you can plot competitors' products too. Helps you visualize the market, see where segments are, and maybe spot gaps opportunities for new items. Like maybe nobody's making a high-weight, low-quality paper that a certain industry needs.
Finding the empty spaces makes sense.
This helps companies optimize their brand portfolios. Often they focus on growing their core brands, Hasbro, with G.I. Joe and Transformers. P&G with its billion-dollar brands like Tide and Pampers.
What about keeping lines up to date? Technology changes, tastes change.
That's product line modernization. It's a constant challenge. Do you update things bit by bit or do a big overhaul all at once?
Tricky decision.
Haagen-Dazs is a great example of doing it continuously, driven by quality. They started simple, just 3 flavors. Over decades, they added bars, sorbets, interesting flavors like dulce de leche, even phased out GMOs for sustainability. Always keeping that premium feel.
Versus tech companies.
Right, like Intel or Microsoft.
Yeah.
They have to continuously improve, but timing is crucial. You don't want to kill sales of current products too soon or give competitors too much warning.
So, besides modernization, companies also think about the length of the line, right? How many items?
Absolutely. They might do line stretching going beyond their current range.
Like going down market.
Yeah, introducing a lower-priced item. Mercedes did this successfully with the C-Class, attracting younger buyers they hoped would trade up later. John Deere did it with lower-priced lawn tractors.
But there are risks, right? Could cheapen the brand.
Definitely. Brand dilution is a risk. Or cannibalizing sales from your higher-priced items. P&G tried a lower-priced Tide Basic and it didn't work out.
What about stretching the other way, upmarket?
Entering the high end. Starbucks did this with its reserve stores. Haagen-Dazs started premium. Evian Water. Toyota famously launched Lexus. Nissan created Infiniti. Honda made Acura.
So moving into luxury, also risky.
Yes, you need the resources and credibility to play at that level. Sometimes companies do a two-way stretch, covering both ends. Robert Mondavi Winery has wines from $11 up to $125. Purina Dog Food offers everything from basic nutrition to specialized formulas at different price points.
Okay, stretching up or down, what else?
Line filling. This means adding more items within the current range.
Filling the gaps.
Right. Maybe to use excess capacity, satisfy dealers, or block competitors. BMW is a master at this. They went from like 5 models to 3 brands, 14 series, over 30 models. They have a clear strategy to migrate customers up the range.
But you can overdo that too, presumably.
Oh, absolutely. Too much filling can lead to self-cannibalization, customer confusion. Remember the Edsel?
Ford's big flop.
Huge flop. Lost $350 million back then. It just didn't meet a clear market need, and the line became too confusing. The insight is, it's not just about more, it's about strategic positioning.
That connects perfectly to something else from the reading marketing insight. When less is more, it challenges that idea that more choice is always better for us.
Right. The conventional wisdom is more variety. More flexibility, more exploration, better chance you'll find the perfect thing.
But it's not always true, is it? Especially for regular folks, not experts.
Exactly. Sometimes too much choice actually makes it harder for you to decide. There's information overload, just too much data to process.
Your brain just freezes.
Kind of. Then there's choice overload. You might find several options that seem perfectly fine, which makes the trade-offs feel difficult. Like, which good enough option do I pick?
And you might just give up.
That can happen. Or it leads to high consumer expectations. You start searching for the absolute perfect fit, and if you can't find it among the dozens of options, you might just walk away empty-handed.
So companies really need to think about your goals and how much you know about the category when they design these lines.
Precisely. Experts might benefit from huge assortments, but novices often prefer fewer, clearer choices.
It's fascinating to see how these strategies play out. Look at Casper mattresses.
Great example. They burst onto the scene challenging big mattress.
Right.
Yeah.
Initially with just one perfect mattress, super simple, online buying, free trial, completely disrupted the old way.
But they didn't stop there.
No. They adapted. They diversified the portfolio, pillows, sheets, bed frames, and they expanded how you can buy Nordstrom, Target, Amazon, even their own physical stores.
Showing how you need to evolve as competition heats up. And great use of digital marketing, too. Those unboxing videos were everywhere.
Totally. Or think about Toyota. How did they become such a giant?
Just relentless expansion of their product lines over decades.
Right. Started with basics like the Corona, Corolla, added the Camry, which became huge, then SUVs, trucks, always adding across price points, sizes, features.
And then they stretched up with Lexus for luxury.
And innovated with the Prius hybrid, tapping into that sustainability trend early on.
Plus, they mastered lean manufacturing and built a global network, customizing cars for different markets. It's a masterclass in product line evolution and global strategy.
So you've got this amazing product, perfectly designed, sitting in a smart product line. What's next? What's that final touch?
Often it's the packaging.
The 5-second commercial, as I like to call it. It's
Yeah.
often your very first physical encounter with the product.
So true. Think about iconic packages, the Coke bottle,
Tiffany's blue box.
the Red Bull can. Instantly recognizable. And remember, packaging isn't just one thing. There can be a primary package, a secondary box, and the shipping carton.
So why is packaging getting more important, not less?
Several reasons. One big one is self-service. Think about walking down a supermarket aisle. The package has to grab your attention, tell you what the product is, build confidence, all in a few seconds.
It's doing the salesperson's job.
In many cases, yes. Also, consumer affluence. People are often willing to pay a bit more for convenience, appearance, dependability, even prestige reflected in the packaging.
Okay.
Packaging is also crucial for company and brand image. It creates instant recognition. Think Garnier Fructis shampoo. Those bright green bottles really stood out. It's like a mini billboard on the shelf.
And it can be a source of innovation itself.
Definitely. Think S.E. Johnson's Smart Twist cleaning system, where the concentrated pods click into the sprayer, or Kleenex putting hand towels in a dispenser for bathrooms. Or Kiwi Express Shine Shoe Polish with the built-in applicator. Packaging enabling new convenience.
So what are the main jobs packaging needs to do?
Key objectives are identify the brand, convey information, descriptive and persuasive, help with transport and protection, assist storage at home, and even aid consumption.
And the look matters, the aesthetics.
Hugely. Size, shape, materials, color, text, graphics, they all work together. Color is especially powerful. It can define a brand. Tiffany blue, Cadbury purple, UPS brown.
Colors carry meaning, right?
They do. Red often signals excitement, energy. Blue suggests dependability, security. Yellow, optimism. Green, nature or health. Companies choose carefully.
But getting the packaging wrong, that can be bad.
Oh, it can be a disaster. Remember the Tropicana packaging redesign in 2009?
Vaguely. What happened?
They wanted to refresh the brand, so they changed the logo, downplayed the name, and crucially replaced the iconic image of an orange with a straw in it
Yeah, I remember that image.
with just a generic glass of orange juice. Consumers hated it. They couldn't find it easily. They thought it looked like a cheap store brand.
Oh,
Sales plummeted 20% almost immediately. PepsiCo had to ditch the new design and go back to the old one within 2 months. A very expensive lesson about messing with core brand elements.
wow. Don't mess with the orange and straw.
Apparently not. And beyond aesthetics, there's the huge issue of environmental impact. Sustainability is massive now.
Packaging waste is a big problem.
It is. Some places, like Japan, historically used a lot of packaging, though they also have strong recycling. Globally, there's a big push to go green. Think Nespresso and Keurig making pods recyclable. Dell using bamboo for packaging.
But even green efforts can backfire.
Sometimes, yeah. Remember the Sun Chips compostable bag?
The really loud one.
That's the one. Frito-Lay launched this innovative 100% compostable bag. Great idea, environmentally. But consumers complained like crazy that it was incredibly noisy to open and handle, like distractingly loud.
I do remember hearing about that.
Someone even measured it at 95 decibels. Sales dropped, and they had to pull the noisy bag after about 18 months. Shows a challenge when sustainability impacts the user experience negatively.
Fascinating. So packaging is huge. What about the words on the package? Labeling.
Labeling is the unsung hero, really. It performs several functions. It identifies the product or brand, like the word sun-kissed, stamped on an orange.
Yep.
It can grade the product like canned peaches labeled grade A, B, or C. It describes it, who made it, where, when, what's in it, how to use it safely.
The ingredients list, warnings.
Exactly. And it can promote the product through attractive graphics. Think about how many times Ivory Soap redesigned its label over the years, like 18 times.
Hmm.
And there are legal aspects, too. Laws about fair packaging, nutritional info required by the FDA.
Terms like light can even mean different things in different countries.
That's right, big legal and regulatory considerations.
So packaging and labeling are like these crucial silent salespeople constantly communicating.
Couldn't have said it better.
Okay, so we have the product, the design, the line strategy, the packaging. What's the final piece? The promises companies make.
Exactly. Guarantees and warranties.
Right. These are basically promises, explicit or implicit, that the product will perform as it should, or the seller will fix it or give you your money back if it doesn't.
And they're legally enforceable, which is important.
So what's the difference between a guarantee and a warranty, generally?
Well, a guarantee often implies a refund if you're not satisfied. It's about providing compensation if the product fails. Think P&G's complete satisfaction or your money back.
Okay. What are the benefits of offering that?
For you, the buyer, it reduces perceived risk, makes you feel more confident. It adds credibility to the company's quality claims, gives you peace of mind.
And for the company.
It forces them to focus on the customer experience, holds them accountable, helps them set performance standards. AT Cross guarantees its pens for life.
Okay, that's guarantees. What about warranties?
Warranties usually cover repair or replacement within a certain period, typically not a full refund. They might come free with the purchase, or you can buy extended warranties.
Ah, those extended warranties they always try to sell you at the checkout.
Exactly. Retailers like Best Buy make a lot of money on those. Even if, statistically, they might not pay off for the consumer, many people buy them for that peace of mind.
Feeling covered just in case.
Right. Both guarantees and warranties fundamentally reduce your perceived risk. They signal that the company stands behind its product, suggesting high quality and dependable service.
Like Hyundai and Kia did.
Great example. When they were trying to build their reputation, they offered that groundbreaking 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. It was a huge signal to buyers about their confidence in the product quality.
So what makes a guarantee or warranty effective?
Ideally, it should be relevant, covering something important to you.
Yeah.
It needs to be easily understood, simple language, clear terms, and it must be easy to invoke, not full of loopholes and exclusions that make it hard to actually use.
Makes sense. Those promises really do build trust, don't they?
Absolutely. They can significantly influence your decision to buy, even if you don't consciously think about it much.
So wrapping this all up, we've really seen how products from that initial design spark, through managing them in lines, differentiating them, packaging them, and making promises about them, are absolutely central to how companies deliver value to you.
It's a really dynamic process. Companies have to constantly adapt to digital trends, globalization, sustainability demands, always keeping consumer behavior front and center.
It's a strategic journey, for sure.
Uh, it's-
So to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay, here's a thought. Given how fast technology is changing and how much you as consumers increasingly want customization, personalization, and ethical considerations, what new ways of differentiating products might emerge? What kind of design innovations are coming that we can't even picture yet?
What's the next truly disruptive thing?
Exactly. What surprising innovation is going to shake things up next?
Something definitely worth pondering. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We really hope you feel a bit more informed, maybe better equipped to spot great product strategy out there in the world.
Hope it was useful.
From the Last Minute Lecture team, thanks for listening.